G'day and welcome back to more Space Engineers DIC expansion. So we're gonna start working on iteration 2 of the hauler. I've added a stalk with a landing gear just so we can get underneath it again. All right, so what I'm thinking is we remove these two cargo containers at the back. Probably replace them with thrusters and batteries if we can. And then what I want to do is rotate these ones to help with braking. And we'll see how that goes. You know what? Seeing as we're remodeling this, I'd like to widen this just a touch, just so we can fit batteries down the spine. I think it'd be a good addition. Okay, so we could put two stacked on top of each other and they'll take it up to in line with this. As a temporary thing, what I'd like to do is just mark out where the batteries are gonna go so I can build around them. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. There'll be 6 batteries there. And we've got 3 at the front here. Alright, I think we can safely put in the 4 batteries in here. The only one I'm not sure about is this one here. Because I would like to fit 2 thrusters in here if we can. So it'd be something like that. Actually, that's pretty cool. No, that's wrong. Don't do it. Okay, anyway, I wanted to get rid of these frames here and put the batteries in so we can get the charge out of the other batteries and actually remove them. Okay, I'm not 100% sure if I like this. Basically, wherever we land, we're going to be damaging the floor. Those thrusters are right on it. Right on the ground level. So maybe we should lift these up and then lift this one up another block. All right, that looks pretty cool. I like that. Sadly, it's not going to be 6 thrusters. It's only 4. But we'll see how that goes. That doubles our stopping power. I mean, that's a start, right? What would that look like? Would that be pushing it? Would that be going too wide? I mean, we did technically have a thruster on the edge of this container anyway, and it didn't look that bad. But the ship was a bit longer, wasn't it? I don't mind the way that looks. I think that looks pretty good. And that will give us our 10 lifting thrusters. Sadly, it's only going to be 4 reversing. Yeah, screw it. I'm going to do it. What was it on the top of that? Yeah. So there's going to be thrusters underneath here for the sideways direction. I know that for sure. But we're still going to need another 9. We need 12 sideways thrusters for each one, or 2 large ones, but I doubt we're going to fit 2 large ones in. It's going to be a bit of a mission. Unless we put them back here, all these batteries are going to be gone. In fact, they're probably empty now. Okay, I got an idea. What about... I mean, we can place thrusters there like that. And then we'll sink those ones back in a little bit as I look. It only gives us 7 though. We need 5 more. Or should we do it down here? Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, so that gives us 8, and that's 11. That's close to our 12. I can't really put one thruster in by itself, can I? Like, it's going to look weird. Could jam it in there. But then we can't continue this design. Which I don't really like anyway. Alright, starting to take shape. Still need forward thrust. Shit. I really hope the 4 reversing thrusters is going to be enough. Time will tell, I guess. We do have a lot of empty space here, but there's not a great deal I can put in there, nor do we need. I mean, because we're not going into space, so we don't need any like O2 generators or anything. Possibly an antenna. I could throw an antenna in there. Programmable blocks and timer blocks. We're definitely going to need those. And maybe 3 programmable blocks. Even if I don't use any of them, I'd still rather have them there ready to go. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. The neck might be a little bit too long now though, to be honest. I might actually move both of these thrusters forward 1 block, and that will allow me to put blocks in between here to cover up that junction box as well. Now, some time has passed. Unfortunately, you've missed out on the armor plating of the new hauling ship because OBS had other ideas. So I did actually record everything. Well, I thought I recorded everything. Apparently, I just recorded a black screen with my commentary, so that was exciting. But yeah, I've finished this off. And with the help of the Patreons in the Discord, I've actually named it as well. So it is known as Tugger. And yeah, basically all it does is it just hauls ingots. It's yeah, I like it. It turned out really nice actually. Now I have been playing around with it, and it does handle a lot better than the first version. That's for sure. But it probably could use some improvements. I might actually make another version a little bit later, not now. But we've got a little bit of extra power left over, and I'd like to use that power to add some more reverse thrust. Now I've placed some waypoints because we're gonna get it automated today, hopefully. I was playing around with the idea of using a sorter to force all the ingots into the tugger, and I think we can get it to work. What I was worried about is at the iron processing plant, if we put a sorter underneath the connector, I was worried that it was only going to force things into that connector. But what it does is it continues to fill up any space that it possibly can. So it goes through the connector into the large cargo containers. And yeah, it works exactly the way we need it to. Okay, so let's actually, before we take this out, what we need to do is build a docking station, which is what this waypoint here is. It was just a general guide of where I wanted to put it. I was thinking about connecting it here. So I think, yeah, we've got a connection to the refinery there, which I don't think will cause any issues. I think it'll be all right. All right, so we're gonna lock up. Then what we're gonna do is take control of the remote control. And the reason I'm doing this is because it will place the GPS marker where the remote control is. Otherwise, if I try to do it from the cockpit, it'll be from where the cockpit is. So if we do that, we can then press Shift K, go into terminal, GPS, new from current position, and we can take that name there, and actually just delete that. Paste. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So now we just want to go straight up to a point where we're over the top of all the wind turbines, and this is going to be the approach. So let's jump back in here, take control of that again, Shift K, terminal, GPS, headquarters staging. This is the approach vector, or the approach waypoint. Let's delete it. New from current position. Paste. There we go. Okay, now I've got 2 sets of waypoints. So let's get out of the remote control for a second. We've got W, which just stands for waypoint, so it's a waypoint. And then IO, which is iron outpost. And then A is arrival. There's another set, which is called D for departure. So arrival to the iron outpost and departure from the iron outpost. That's the way that's set up. So we've got 2 routes. Just in case we have multiple tuggers on the same route, I don't want them to run into each other, essentially. Otherwise, that could be a pretty nasty mistake. Now it's going to be, I think we're going to do a one-way. And what I'm going to actually do is set up the waypoints. Like I'm going to do both, like the travel to the station and then back from the station, all in the one set of waypoints, rather than going back and forth, if you know what I mean. So if we go one way, then we grab our waypoints. So we're going to start from, I guess for now, this is the only one we've got. So we're going to have, it's going to be sitting at the dock, but eventually we're probably going to have this thing sitting in a, maybe like a holding cell where we have all the haulers. So we need to go to this one here. Now I'm wondering, can we change, what can we actually do with this? Can we change the speed limit? You can. I wonder what that would actually do. Just increasing it would like increase by 5, increase by 10. So essentially I want to try and slow down the vehicle. I guess what we'll do is precision mode can be turned off when it leaves, when it gets to the arrival station. I mean, when it gets to staging. I'm going to leave collision avoidance off and just hope that I have the waypoints set up correctly. So actions is we turn precision mode off. The next waypoint is going to be arrival 1, which is down here for some reason. I'm not sure why. At that first waypoint, we can then increase the speed. Which it's already on 100. But I'll slow it down on the return trip. And then we're just going to go to arrival 2, arrival 3. Then we've got, at this point here, we probably want to slow down the vehicle. Decrease the maximum speed. I'm not sure how much of a difference that's going to make. It's probably only going to be like 5 meters a second or something, which isn't going to do a great deal. Next is going to be staging. And at staging, actually, no, we want this one to have another one, because we actually want to turn on precision mode at this point. Okay, so the next waypoint is the dock. Now this is where the tricky stuff is going to come into play, because we're going to have timers set up. Now I've already timed how long it takes to load it up, and it's roughly 1 minute and 10 seconds. So at this point here, we kind of need to pause it. So when we get to that waypoint, we want to lock the connector, and then we want to trigger a timer to count down for us to release it. So start the timer block. And that's number 1, isn't it? Yep, okay. Okay, so let's go to timer block 1. This is going to be loading. I don't know. Silent. The delay is going to be 70 seconds. Set up actions. After those 70 seconds have passed, we're going to unlock the connector. Okay, so let's go back to the remote control. So from the dock, it waits the 70 seconds, which is going to fill it up. Then it unlocks. We need to go back to staging. At staging, we're going to turn off precision mode. Then we're going to go departure 1, departure 2. At departure 3, we need to turn on precision mode. I'm not gonna worry about the speed limit thing. Fuck it. I don't think it's gonna do anything anyway. So precision mode off, then we go on. We lock and we start the timer. Then it releases, it goes to this waypoint, precision mode goes off, then it travels through all of those. Precision mode comes on. The next waypoint is headquarters staging. And then we go to headquarters dock. And at the docking station, I think we're just going to lock and we're just going to leave it because we only need it to do 1 trip. So maybe lock the connector and then turn off autopilot. Auto launch. Yeah, sounds good. Delay of 1 second. Okay, so this is what we're going to trigger when we want to launch the thing to go get us more iron, basically. So we're going to unlock the connector and then turn on autopilot. I think that's right. Trigger now. Let's just see how this goes. Okay, precision mode is off. So it shouldn't be too accurate now. Should just try to get everywhere as fast as possible without trying to go right over the top of the waypoint. What are we doing? We're doing 100 meters a second. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. So I was wondering how it would handle the fact that I've got a speed mod on. So it looks like it just limits it. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure I couldn't go above what it said. Alright, so it looks good. It's aiming for arrival 2. Because realistically, I don't really care how long this takes, just as long as it's reliable. Because it's going to be bringing back enough ore to sink a battleship, or enough ingots for us to last us a long time. So we only need to send this out once every now and then. Oh, went over the top of that one. That's not a good sign. Let's just double check to see what state precision mode is on. Okay, precision mode is on. We're coming to staging. It's trying its darndest to get on the point. There it is, it's got it. What the? It didn't go to docking. Did I screw that up? No, there's dock. It skipped all of that. Why did it skip this one? Well, I'm glad I didn't do a power down thing. Jesus Christ. Would have fell 33 meters to the deck. Okay, let's test the theory that it is in fact the lack of thrust. So let's get some steel plates. Redesign this. Well, not the whole thing, obviously, just where these downward thrusters are. Might replace them with a couple of big boys. All right, let's get down. All right, we're locked up. Let's jump into here. Let's look for launch. Trigger now. Precision mode is off. Okay, approaching arrival 3. It did look like, yeah, that was a lot better than last time. Okay, it's coming down to staging. Yeah, there we go. Locked up. Oh, it is burning its thrusters, isn't it? Because it's trying to lift off. I wonder how much damage that's going to cause over the time. Okay, so if we have a look at the inventory, it should be filling up. Actually, I don't think it will because I think I have it turned off at the moment. I have the sorter turned off because I knew I was going to be running tests. Okay. Where's the remote? So that's the next waypoint. It's trying to go to staging, but it can't get there until it unlocks. Precision mode is on. That all looks good. Let's have a look at the loading. 3 seconds. Unlocks and whoa, holy shit balls. It's still climbing. All right. I think we're in, yeah, we've been launched into space. Fucking son of a bitch. Oh wait, no, we're coming back down. Okay, it's fine. All right, what the fuck happened there? All right, so we're ready to test the thruster theory. Turning off the thrusters. Let's see if that helps, I guess. Ah. Yes. You're an idiot to me. I have the batteries on recharge. All right, let's try that again. What are you... Yeah, I don't know. The autopilot thing is, oh, it's driving me nuts. Driving me fucking nuts. Thinking about abandoning the project. Not the entire series, obviously, but Just this fucking autopilot stuff. It's just, I think it's just going to cause me too many issues. One of the things another thing that I don't like about it is I actually enjoy mining. And with this playthrough, like the whole idea is that I never mine. It's all automated. And yeah, I'm going to be effectively taking out a section of the game that I enjoy doing. All right, so let's run down, let's run through the series of events that should occur. When we get to staging, it should drop down towards dock. When it gets down to the docking waypoint, the thrusters are going to cut out. They're going to turn off, which means it's going to drop like a couple of mil. Then straight after that, the connector is going to connect and it's going to start a countdown timer. When the countdown timer finishes, it's going to unlock, which is going to rest the aircraft on the connector, and then the thrusters are going to turn on. And we'll see what happens. See if it tries to launch. Oh yeah, I swapped out and made 2 large thrusters, although it looks like they might be off. I can't see them actually thrusting. Okay, well that worked. Let's just check. Yep, all the thrusters are off. Alright, so essentially the loading timer is ticking down. And that is going to unlock and then turn on the thrusters. Now I'm going to keep this window open here just in case I need to quickly turn off autopilot so it doesn't launch us into space again. Just in case, because I have my doubts about this. Oh, there we go. Holy shit. It's actually working. All right, I'm going to turn the conveyor sorter on the iron processing plant. And we're going to run this again and see how it handles the weight. This might be an expensive lesson. Type in launch. Trigger now. And that will send the tugger on its way by itself. There it goes. It might not come back, and I won't know. I'll just be like, where's that tugger? Oh Jesus. All right, so in conclusion, I think the launching into space thing, that issue, I think that was caused by the fact that there was a connector stopping the ship from moving anywhere. But also the mass of the base would have been included in the spaceship's like takeoff weight, you know. So it was trying to account for that. So when it finally did release the connector, it was just launching off into space because it thought it was carrying the entire base, basically. I think that's what makes sense to me. I'm not sure if that's exactly what was happening, but yeah, that's the way I'm interpreting that. Eventually we are going to run out of iron, and then we're going to have to actually work out what we're going to do. Are we going to auto mine it, or I don't know. Let's turn all of those off because we don't need them. Looks like the tugger is landing as we speak. What's going on? What's taking so long? It's actually very odd that I can hear the autopilot triggering an action from all the way over here. Like it sounds like I'm in the control panel. All right, I think something's gone wrong. The tugger hasn't left. It's still there. I mean, I should be able to see it by now, right? Surely it's been over a minute. Should have at least moved. Oh, fuck. All right, let's go find it. Fuck's sake. Does that look like fire in the distance? What's it doing? You were just gonna sit here until you ran out of power. What's your problem? You're trying to go to departure 1, so your inventory's full. Is that right? Yeah, okay. So why can't you go to departure 1? You've just got to go down. No, we can't do it. We're not going to be able to do this shit. It's too unreliable. I've only got 4 minutes of power left. Three minutes of power left. Well, I guess the good thing about not doing this as a automatic thing, I can get rid of those god awful thrusters on the side. Are we actually going to make it back? It says 2 minutes of power now. We're only doing 90 meters a second. 1 minute of power left. This isn't going to work, is it? We're going to drop out of the sky. All right. That is coming off. Alright, so just put a little bit of charge in the batteries and then I'll put it up onto the platform and we can empty it out. Jesus, we only just made it back. And just think, if I didn't go to try and find this, it would have just sat there rocking back and forth over that waypoint. So I think, in my opinion, this is a bust. Trying to do this. I'm happy that I gave it a shot, but yeah, it's too unreliable, unfortunately. I still like the idea of having outposts for all the different ores, but we're going to be mining and transporting manually, I think. Alright, well, at least we've got a shitload of iron now. Yep, 400% iron, 20% cobalt, and 40% nickel, which is quite a lot of stuff. Wow, I don't think we've got enough room for all this. No, we've got 2 small cargo containers completely chockers with ingots. Awesome. Okay, well, we're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave the tugger and everything for now. What we're gonna do next episode is we're gonna start working on a space-based miner, I think. So we're gonna need hydrogen power. and I want to be able to drill as well. Because it's I'm not going to focus on an outpost just yet. I want to go up there, get some silver, get some gold, and then bring it back. And then after we have enough to play with, then I'll start working on an outpost for the moon, basically. So I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. If you have any ideas of what we can do, maybe to keep the theme of the series alive, yeah, just let me know. I'm always keen to hear your guys feedback and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed this. As always, don't forget to lead your targets, and I will see you next time.